Hello dear viewers, thank you very much for joining in. I'm your host Rakesh and this is we are back with the webinar topic Euro USD and GBPUSD technical analysis. I apologize for yesterday we could not do this webinar because of technical issues with my internet. But yeah, here we are back. So yeah, I want to introduce myself first. I'm a AUDUSD community member. I'm not an employee of AUDUSD Bank, so all the views or opinions or the trading ideas that we will be discussing in this webinar will be of my own. And all the as the name suggests, we will be carrying out the technical analysis of Euro against the British Pound. Against the US dollar, and British Pound against the US dollar, and again Euro against the British Pound too. And if the time permit, we will take the pairs or the ideas or whatever the viewers give us. I don't think anybody has joined us. There's no message in the chat yet. All right, so in this program we will be strictly talking about the technical analysis, and we'll not talk about any rate change or like fundamental things. So we will try to focus on the charts only, and in this program we will be using the candlesticks charts, and we will try to find out the key levels from where we can trade. Okay, and if you are new to the technical analysis, I would request you to go through our channel, and there we will find a playlist page, and in those playlists you can search for the profitable candlestick pattern and the profitable chart patterns playlist. In these two playlists I explain about the profitable candlesticks patterns and some chart patterns that you can trade. It will help you in understanding what we talk about here in this webinar. And at the end of the webinar, I will be taking the questions from the viewers if there are any. So I will be requesting you to keep your questions to be asked till the end of the session. Last thing that I want to say is that everything that I say in this webinar is only for enhancing your knowledge. So you have to do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on the line. So I request you once again, don't put your money on the line just watching this video or this webinar. Okay, you have to think before you put your money on the line. So with this, let's go through quickly through the risk disclaimer that is associated with the trading foreign exchange with the margin. So here on screen is the risk disclaimer. So I suppose you are through it, and now let's jump on to the charts. So I want to make the charts more cleaner for this webinar for everybody to understand easily. So let us just remove the clutter from here. Now this rectangle is not relevant because the price has already passed from this one. I mean the time has gone, and these levels, these intentional moves are now of no relevance. So I will remove this also, this rectangle also. This channel has been broken, and now here it may react. So I will keep this, but I will remove these ellipses. So now our chart is a bit cleaner. Now you see what has happened from yesterday till now. The price tried to go away from this falling channel, but immediately got this head banged at around 1.1850 levels, and these level rejected the price, said that no, sellers are saying no, we don't want you to be here, so we will short you. So immediately short selling happened, and the price is back to the lows of 1.1821 here. And now there is an indecision on this candle. We can see that there is an indecision between the buyers and the sellers. They are not sure which direction they want to take the price, so it is hovering up and down, up and down, up and down. So what we can deduce from this price action here, actually there is no much information, but from this bullish move here on the 4-hourly or from the daily, actually this move here is suggesting that the buyers are trying to take control of the market. But you see how these two highs are like of the same level. So if two highs are of the same level, they are giving us a horizontal line. If I take this horizontal line to this high, it is perfectly aligning with this high. I also see this low here. If I take this candle a bit to this low, and if I keep one candle here at this low, so essentially what is forming here, you see there is a formation of an inverse head and shoulder. So this inverse head and shoulder will be complete if the price breaks through 1.1909 to the upside. Although here the price is facing some resistance at 1.1847, but do not forget that the price has seen much bullish move from the 1.1663. Okay, after getting rejected from 1.1909, this means that the sellers are pushing the price down, but here the price is again getting support at around 1.1800. So now it is a battle which is being fought between 1.1900 and 1.1800. So whichever direction, that is buyers or sellers, win this battle will decide the fate of euro against the US dollar. But from this bullish move, it is suggesting that the buyers may win this battle and push the prices higher. In that case, what will be our reaction to this one? If something of this sort happens, I am expecting something of this sort to happen. Why? Because if that happens, then we will have another shoulder here. Okay, so it will become a shoulder, head and shoulder, inverse and a shoulder, a breakout, and then this retest. If that happens, then this retest of this broken, sorry, not this, I'm so sorry, I marked the wrong place. So this retest of this broken neckline, this retest will be our area where we can open a buy position with a small stop loss below this area here. Oh, sorry again, what did I, so here can be our stop loss and this can be our take profit level. I just hope that it helps you to understand what I'm talking about right now. So in case some bullish price action is emerged in euro dollar and it is able to close a day above 1.1909, then we are definitely expecting some resistance at 1.1975, and if the price comes back to 1.1909, that can be our opportunity to go long in this pair if some bullish price action is emerged here near 1.1909. And whatever low the price makes here in this region, lower than that by 5 to 10 pips, we can keep our stop loss, and then we can target this area. Of course, definitely this will be more than 1:3 risk to reward ratio for sure. Okay, you see how even if you open a position here, sorry, here, and you keep a stop loss somewhere here, you will have almost 50 points of stop loss, and you will still have almost 250 points of take profit level. So it will be still 1:5 to 1:3 risk to reward ratio, which I think is beneficial, but the price has to break above 1.1909 for that to take effect. So this is the condition of the euro to the top side, but if it starts going to the downside, then what? So immediate support that we have for the euro right now is at around 1.1800 levels. The price is trading at 1.1827, and if it breaks below 1.1800, then the next level, that is 1.1751, will be exposed in this one. Talking about the Great Britain pound, today it has seen some highs. They are higher than the yesterday's highs, but immediately it has also got to meet the resistance at around 1.3886 region. You see how important this level is becoming day after day. It has been rejected, the price has been rejected twice from here. Right now it is on the verge of making a bearish pin bar on the daily. Right now it is a pin bar, but I think it will emerge into a bearish pin bar if the price is able to go below this low of 1.3833. You see yesterday's close, actually yesterday's low, no, even today's low was 1.3833. So yes, anything below 1.3833, that is anything below these two candles, will give us a bearish pin bar, and a bearish pin bar at resistance is very bad, although there is a small support at around 1.3800. But if this is a bearish pin bar here, then we can expect 1.3670 and 1.3572 also in the pound against the US dollar. On the contrary, if we see some bullish price action here, and if the candle of daily is able to close the day above 1.3886 levels, then we can see the price going to 1.40 very fast, because on the way there is almost no resistance whatsoever between this level and this 1.400, although these two small, this can be small resistance 1.3983, which is also very close to 1.400. so if you are going to open a position, make sure that 1.3983 is taken care of. New Zealand dollar also was bullish today and has already met the resistance at around 0.7151, which we had marked on our chart. So if now the price is able to somehow close above 0.7170, which is the next resistance, then only we can see the price going to this falling channel's resistance line. Now this channel is no use, so we will just take it away, and this is the price action that we were expecting, and exactly that is happening. So this is the power of, you can say, the technical analysis. We were expecting this level to hold as a support, and it held as a support, and now the price is moving high. We will remove unnecessary things which you don't know. So yes, if the price breaks higher than this, then this next is this falling channel's resistance line, and if that is taken out, then 0.7315 will be the next resistance for this New Zealand US dollar, which is looking very bullish. And I am thinking that 0.7315 is almost exposed already on this chart. Talking about the Australian dollar against the US dollar, here we are expecting actually much lower prices. You see how this head and shoulder broke, then we saw a low at around 0.7113, and then the price came back here. It is a huge pullback. It is a huge pullback actually to this zone where the neckline was there, and at this neckline it gave us a bearish pin bar as well as a bearish engulfing candle, which is again a very bearish signal. Then it got small support at around this low of around 0.7344 region, and there was indecision for like 2 days, and today it again went back to 38.2% of this previous fall, and then it again got rejected. Right now it is a pin bar, okay, but it can turn into bearish because there is still 5 hours and 44 minutes left on the day to close. So if for any reason the price closes red today on the daily chart, then we can expect some follow up tomorrow, not tomorrow, maybe on Monday to the downside, and 0.7289 may be exposed on this chart. But somehow if the price starts going to upside, then 0.7426 is the immediate resistance for the price. Talking about the USDJPY, someday up, someday down. This is what USDJPY is doing. So that is why I said in my previous webinars also that please stay away from this market. This market is not tradable. USDJPY is not tradable as of now. The pair is going up and down between 110 and 109.50. So this is a very small range to trade. I'd say we can make pips when we trade from the extremes of the range. So this is between the range, so we'll just stay away from this market. Talking about the USDCAD, it is looking like the price is going down, but I'm still bullish on this one because the price has not broken below the lows, the previous lows that the price has made. So here the low that the price has made was 1.2493 on this candle of 2nd of September, and after this decline, this I can say that this is just a pullback before we see the close below this 1.2493. I don't think that we are going to see any declines in the USDCHF. In although I'm expecting the price to go all the way back to 1.2914 and maybe even go higher and then come back again to this region to give us another buying opportunity to 1.4689. so this is a very long term idea that I'm talking about, but right now I'm expecting the price to go back to 1.2707 and then 2778 and then to 1.2914 region. USDCHF broke above this symmetrical triangle, came back to the support of 0.9165, is holding that support. A close above will expose 0.9241, but this is also just like USDJPY is moving in a very small range. The range is not exploding on either side, so if we want to trade this on the extreme, then this is the value where we want to go short, or at the test of this falling channel's resistance line will give us a better opportunity to trade this chart. So I will rather wait than opening a position now. Rather than opening a buy position now, I will wait for the price to reach this level to open a short position. So I will load my weapon and be ready before I fire. I want the price to be testing this channel's line and giving us a bearish signal there. So 0.9241 is the immediate resistance for the price here, and 0.9165 is the immediate support for this price. EURGBP against euro against the pound is bearish as of today and yesterday, but it is finding some support at around 0.8523 region. This region has been of good importance in the past also, so maybe that is why the buyers are watching this area and trying to push the prices higher. 0.8558 is the immediate resistance and 0.8523 is the immediate support for the pound, so for the euro against the pound. That's it, there's nothing much, but I will not suggest to buy or sell this pair at the mid of the range. Maybe we need the pair to go to the extreme, either top or below. Actually this is somehow the horizontal type of channel, so you can trade this in the either direction, either buy or sell on both directions. So but a better position will be when it reaches the extreme high, and then we can go and short sell this to the downside with the targets of 0.8523, 0.8558, 0.8523, 0.8472, etc. like this. I hope you know now, because if you are trading with me from last month, you know already how to use these levels, and if you don't know, maybe you can go through the previous videos that we have done. Every day we do webinars, and those webinars are listed by the same name, that is EURUSD GBPUSD technical analysis. So yes, here is an interesting factor. Although gold, after meeting the resistance at 1831, which was after giving a close above this falling channel, the price came back to this channel to test it as a fresh support. There was an inside bar yesterday. Today there was a follow-up to the upside, and then again there was a rejection. The price is again back to the support zone of 1795 region. Now this is the level where I think buyers should come in again to support the price. Okay, this is the level where yes, see something like bullish is trying to happen here, because the buyers are trying to support the price to send it upwards. So the immediate resistance for the price now is 1831, which is almost 34 points, $34 away, and the immediate support for the price is at around 1780, which is almost 16 points away. GBPJPY, no surprises here. The price was consolidating for last 3 to 5 days. It was making lower lows, but was not able to depreciate a lot. Even it did not test the low at around 151.16, which was the previous support. So the buyers finally took control. They said the sellers, okay, if you are not trying to go low, so we'll try to take you up. So they have tried to take it up, broke the resistance at around 152.20 region, took the price all the way to high 152.63, but got rejected because seller said, okay, you are up, so now it is our turn, so we will take the price down now, and they have pushed it again below the resistance of 152.20 already. And if we see any bearish pin bar here at the resistance, this will conclude that 151.16 is exposed, and 150.49 and 150.10 and 148.52 and 149.19 is exposed if we see a bearish pin bar at around this area, because this is a zone of resistance already. But somehow if the price starts going upward, then 152.66 may act as a good resistance for the price. So CHFJPY, as of now, it is superbly behaving in the same manner as expected. It is moving within that triangle which we had created, just met the resistance today once again with this falling trend line, and has made an intraday high at around 120.09 and intraday low at around 119.57. So it is almost 50 points of range where the price is moving in CHFJPY. Not worth trading, but worth observing how beautifully these lines are respected on the daily charts. So nothing on CHFJPY actually worth trading. Euro New Zealand, my favorite pair, because last week we had decided to short this pair at 1.7122. Until now it has given us a lot of pips, although I did not trade it, but till now it has given us 194 pips theoretically, and we are expecting 1.6487. in fact, I am expecting 1.6321 on this chart, because there is no support coming for this pair from any of the buyers. There was small support for 2 days, but last 3 days it is huge sell-off. So I'm expecting 1.6487 for small support, and then after 1.6321 may act as a good support for the price if it reaches there for any reason. XAGUSD, silver is on the sell mode. On the daily chart we saw the price gave us a low on 8th of August at around 22.06. so most of the people were trying to sell the silver here. They sold the silver, but those who wanted to buy it bought at these previous lows. They saw these previous lows and they came in to support the silver. Eventually there was a small follow-up for the upside, but those who could not sell here, they decided to sell their values here, 24.81. so it became a resistance. We had marked this on our chart to open short position with a small stop loss above and the target at 23.84. but now this bearish pin bar at the resistance after breaking below this rising channel, now this support is acting as a resistance. If we see anything lower than the low of 23.83, then the 22.06 will be exposed again. So if we see a closing below 23.84, it means that 22.06 is there on the charts very soon. On the upsides, although we have a resistance at 24.81 still, so any buy is not recommended here. Ethereum, it dropped all the way back from the highs of 3974 on 6th of September. Then there is a fear in the minds of buyers. Okay, those who are aggressive, they bought it back, but there's a fear in the mind of buyers. They don't want to keep their positions looking at this huge 10%, not 10%, 25% loss. You see, from 4,000 to 3,000, it is 25% of loss in a day. So if somebody has booked that, he's out of business already. So there's a fear. I think, I'm not fundamentalist, but technically speaking, it seems that those who bought here and those who failed to close their positions, they're now trying to close their positions. This is not fresh selling, of course, but this looks like profit booking, or say closing out their buy positions and selling this out. So where is this next support lying? I think next support is lying at 2963. 2963 is the support region for the Ethereum against the US dollar, where I'm expecting more buying to pick up to maybe to retest 4031 and 4382 in this market. Okay, on the higher side we have immediate resistance at 3313 based on today's chart, and immediate support at 3173 based on today's candle. All right, Litecoin broke below the rising channel support line and now is finding resistance at that support line. So it is now crushed between the two prices, that is 191 and 172, and also on the way there is dynamic resistance being offered by this rising channel support line. So if the candle closes below 172.4 on the daily closing basis, definitely 162 will be exposed on this chart. But if it is able to manage a close higher, then the price can go back to 191 once again before it gets sold off. So only the time will tell. But if you say buy at the current levels because it is already at support, no buy. Okay, there's no buy. Brent is looking good. I don't know why, but my intuition is saying that after looking so many charts in so many years, like I have been watching the charts from last 15 years, my intuition is saying that tomorrow or day after there has to be some explosion in the Brent, and next week it is going to fly to 75.62. That is what I'm thinking after looking at this chart. This particular chart today is suggesting me that 75.62 is exposed, but till now we have 5 hours and 31 minutes of price action to be watched. So if the price closes anywhere closes to 72.80, if the price closes anywhere above 2 pips or 3 pips above or 2-3 pips below 72.82, then we can see 75.62 next week. That is what I think about the Brent. And 71.87 is the immediate support for the Brent. On the lower side, 75.62 is the immediate resistance. So if one wants to try and risk his money here, how you can risk is that you can wait for the price to come back actually to come back as a pullback here in this region. Okay, if you see that the price goes back to this region for any reason, if the price goes back to this region, then that can be our area of opportunity. If some bullish price action comes here after going back to this area, then we can buy this with a small stop loss below this 71.87, like almost 58 points, and we can target all the way to 75. It is, I think, more than 250 points. Yeah, it is more than 300 points actually. So this can be just an aggressive thing, but conservatively taken, it can increase your risk to reward ratio if you think and then place the order. Don't place the order right now because it is right now into the resistance, and this resistance will force the price to go back to this region again, and in this region do not buy. But if you find some bullish price action, now what is bullish price action? Bullish price action is something like this is a bullish engulfing candle. If a bullish candle engulfs the previous candle entirely, then you can open a buy position, or otherwise this is called a bullish pin bar as well as a bullish engulfing. It is engulfing the previous candle entirely, and it is also a pin bar, that is a larger wick is there on the support. So if something similar happens here, then you can open a buy position with the target at around 75.62. Now this is what I think. Okay, the Swiss index is back to the area which we were looking for. So my friend Dimitri, if you are looking, if you're watching this webinar now, or if you are going to watch it later, so I think we are already very close to the buy zone. So this is our buy zone. Anywhere near here, if you see an opportunity, you know what opportunity looks like. It looks like this bullish pin bar on the daily chart. Okay, this is the bullish pin bar on the daily chart in the index. If you see something similar here, then that is your buying opportunity with the targets again at 12,572 and 14,281 on this chart. I hope you got the idea about it. Okay, so now after that we have EURCHF on our charts. EURCHF, we said that this is the area of opportunity to go short, and see what happened yesterday. We got the targets on the same day. So now 1.0840 is again support. Expect some pullback to the upside, maybe of 50% to the upside, maybe or 38 point to the upside, and then a drop to 1.0756 is possible. Why I'm saying this? Because this is a falling channel and you have already got the best opportunity possible, and so the price has dropped. So if you see a small rise here, so that should be utilized as a selling opportunity every time when the price goes up. So 1.0756 will be exposed if we see any price below the low of 1.0832, that is anywhere below the today's candle. If the price starts going, then we can see 1.0576 on this chart soon. All right, on the upside, although if this 1.0884 is broken and the candle is closed higher than this on the daily closing basis, we can also see the next higher level, that is 1.0986. Talking about the GBPCHF, after giving us a bullish pin bar on the daily chart here, I will switch to daily chart to show you. On the daily chart, on the resistance support, now the price is slowly moving towards the resistance of 1.2802. This is a very nice price action being shown here. So we are expecting resistance at around 1.2802, not before that. But the price is in between now, nowhere, not at the support, not at the resistance. So any position opening is not recommended at this level. Stay away from this market. You can look for the selling opportunity at 1.2802 because this is the resistance zone on this range of around 1.2503 to 1.2803. Bitcoin in the similar manner, like the Ethereum, broke below and now is finding the resistance at the previous support zones. Expect 43917 to hold. If that does not hold, then 41264 may be seen as the next support. On the higher side, 46289 is the immediate zone of resistance now for the Bitcoin. US dollar index has broken above this falling channel, but is trying to find some support at around this symmetrical lines. Actually, symmetrical triangle is now behaving as a support for the price, but the price is very close to the resistance at around 92.45. 92.45 was the support in the past, and we are expecting this level to act as a resistance. Although if it does not and the price is able to manage a close higher than this, then 93.18 will be exposed on this chart. With this, we are done with the analysis. If there is any question, you can ask for the answers in the chat box. Right now the chat is live. I'm ready to answer. I'll be very happy if you ask any questions, any relevant questions. If there is no question, I will just wrap up the session today. All right, I see no questions coming. I hope you got the idea about the next levels of support and resistance which are of interest. So just keep in mind to never risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade, and look for a potential profit of more than 3 times the risk that you're going to take. With this note, I shall end this webinar. Please press the like button if you find this webinar useful for you. Leave your suggestions in the comment section and consider subscribing to the channel for more such webinars. Also, you can join the DUCASCOPY Forex community and like them on their Facebook page. The links are there in the description. I wish you a very happy and a profitable day. Thank you very much. Happy weekend. Thanks for watching.